Hey everybody, thank you for watching Eureka Springs channel. We're coming to you live from Eureka Springs, Arkansas, and I'm Melody Purdy, your host. The internet is a little slow today out in the big old world that we're in, and so you may experience a little bit of a lag or something today, but we're going to give it our best. So hopefully everybody will be able to tune in and listen today. This afternoon, I have invited Mr. Mike Seals, who is the interim director for the Eureka Springs Chamber of Commerce. And I thought it'd be interesting to bring him on board and let him talk to you guys a little bit about a event that is coming up that I believe the chamber has been heavily involved in. And so if you guys will help me welcome Mike to the screen. Hey, Mike.
Hey,
Hi.
welcome, Melody. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Let's hope that this goes well. We
Yes.
My internet is a little iffy today, and I've heard some other people that are around that are having a little issue too. But we'll give it our best.
Okay, we'll give it a try.
So, you're the interim director at the Chamber of Commerce, and we appreciate your service to our community. Thank you so much. And I know that you've been working on a project. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I can. So I have been chairman of the board of the chamber and also interim volunteer director for the last year. And one of the projects that we've been working on is the Young Americans. And the Young Americans is an organization that's been around for 60 years. Yes, that's right. 1962 is when they were started. And they're out of California and they're a performing arts college that teaches and trains young people in music and dance and performance around the nation and around the globe. And we have a cast and crew of 26 young people between the ages of 19 and 25 that will be showing up in Eureka Springs next week. They've been rehearsing in California for the last 6 weeks, and they show up next week for 5 months to begin preparing for a show that will launch Memorial Day weekend uh, and last for 5 months, 6 times a week at Center Stage Theater in Eureka Springs. And so we're been working hard on that for 9 months, and looks like it's on the verge of being a reality.
That's impressive. The center stage is a really great venue for them. How many people did you say are in the
It's
group
a
that's
cast and
performing?
crew of 26. So, what the Young
Okay.
Americans do in a normal year is they
Mm-hmm.
travel the nation and the world in what they call an outreach tour. And that just means they go into high schools across the country and around the globe, teaching and training young people in music and dance and performance. And they've been doing that for many, many years. They're out of none other than, I'm not kidding when I say this, Corona, California.
Wow.
Okay.
Well, this will be
So,
their first trip to the Ozarks.
yeah,
So
some of their
pretty big.
executives have been here and their production creative team that's created the show and are producing the show. It's a unique show for Eureka Springs, created just for us, called A Place Called Home. And it'll
Wow.
be a musical and dance performance. Uh, and I'm happy to announce, effective yesterday, there's a new owner of Center Stage Theater by
Okay.
the name of Christy Baltazar.
Mm-hmm.
She lives in Holiday Island, and she has
Yes, I know
purchased the
Christy.
theater
Yeah.
specifically to host the Young Americans, in addition to bringing many other arts and events to the Eureka area. So that's
Oh, wow.
Dana and Jolene have done a great job renovating that facility in the past few 3 years, and now Christy, effective yesterday, is the new owner. And so we're thrilled about the Young Americans performing there. We're also thrilled about her investment in our community and the future that it holds for the arts of all types.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's so wonderful to have uh, people come in and invest in Eureka Springs, and it always turns out to be a great project, and this is a great fit for that space. I've been to that to Jolene and Dana's place with weddings and receptions, and it's a great place. It's got the seating there, and then it's got the back area, which is kind of an open area. Now, is this planned to be more of an auditorium seated event, or is it a dinner theater, or is it kind of
Yeah,
both?
I love that
How's that
question.
work?
Okay,
How's
I
that
love that
work?
question because, when you're birthing something new, you
Mm-hmm.
always have to adapt. And
Yes.
originally, we were hoping to flatten the floor of the whole theater to be
Mm-hmm.
complete dinner theater style.
Mm-hmm.
But because of circumstances and timing, we had to meet with the creative staff of the Young Americans. By the way, amazing group of directors. One of them creates musicals for Disney's theme parks. Her name is Linda Love Simmons.
Mm-hmm.
So we're talking about really powerful, talented people. But they came in and looked at the theater and they said, you know what, for season one, we'll create the show around the theater as it is. So
Okay.
that means we're going to have in the back section on the platform 144 dinner theater seats. And then down in front, where there's stadium seating in front of the stage, we'll have 200 show only tickets.
Okay.
And,
Okay.
and we'll also allow the dinner theater guest for that portion of the show to go down in the front if they'd like to and sit in those seats also, because I think there's 350 total theater seats
Right.
available.
It's a
So
large space.
it's a big place,
Mm-hmm.
but they've specifically created this show, A Place Called Home, for Eureka and for that theater.
Well, I know that you guys are going to make them feel like they're at home for sure.
Yeah.
It's been a big team of people that have been collaborating to make all this happen.
Yes.
Nothing happens without a tribe. And
Yes.
yourself and several other people, you've got a big committee.
The
That's
mayor has been helpful. Sandy Martin has been helpful. People at the chamber have been helpful. Christy Baltazar has been helpful. Jill and Rod Slane have been helpful. Kim Stryker. I mean, the list goes on and on.
right.
Trying to put this together and support this. And the most important and most exciting thing for me is I think we need things to do at night in Eureka. We need
Yes.
options for people for things
Mm-hmm.
to do at night. And so I think this offers a great opportunity to be a broad appeal show, not a narrow appeal, but a broad appeal show that gives tourists something to do in the evening. It also gives the corridor between Fayetteville and Bentonville, Bella Vista, the option to come up for the day and go shopping and then go to the show and then go back
Yeah.
home if they want to.
Yeah.
But all of that is awesome. But what excites me the most is the kids. We've got 26 kids between 19 and 25 coming from all across the nation, descending upon Eureka Springs next week. They'll become members of our community for the next
Yes.
5.5 months.
That's
And
impressive.
their talent and their enthusiasm and their energy, I think, is going to impact our community in a positive way. And the Young Americans Board has said in recent conversations, if this goes well in season one, the possibility of a satellite campus, performing arts satellite campus in Eureka Springs, is a real possibility for the Young Americans.
Wow.
So wouldn't
Well,
that
that's
be a
impressive.
great
That would
addition
be.
to
That
the
would be.
opera in the Ozarks and all the
Yeah.
other arts things that we have going on?
Well, it sounds very similar to the potentials and the model of the opera in the Ozarks, having people
Mm-hmm.
come from all over the country every year to perform and learn.
Mm-hmm.
Also, well, do you expect the families of the performers to come to our area as well? What have you heard about that? What have you
Absolutely.
heard?
Okay, so Devin, our director of operations, he's on vacation this week. Much needed vacation after just creating and
Oh,
distributing the new visitor guide,
yes.
and he worked really hard on that. In the back of that is the Young Americans flyer, along with the Queen Anne Mansion that just had their grand opening. But anyway, Devin's on vacation, so I'm sitting in on a volunteer basis, answering the phone calls and sitting at the office. And I can tell you, we've been very busy at the chamber. The phone's been ringing off the wall. People are getting ready to make their plans for Memorial Day and for the summer and even for the fall. And I have had a lot of family members of the Young Americans calling and saying, you know what, we don't know Eureka Springs, but we're coming. Whether
Wonderful.
it's mothers and fathers and grandparents and nephews and nieces and aunts and uncles, and they're all saying, we're coming to Eureka Springs for the first time. Tell us where to stay and what to do, and we're coming to the show. So that's not the primary benefit, but it is a
Sure.
nice side benefit.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
So, most important question. Tell
hmm
us, we're beginning the first performance. What's the first performance date?
Friday, is it the 28th,
Okay.
Memorial Day weekend? So it's the
Okay.
Friday of Memorial Day weekend will be the first
Okay.
performance, and there will be 6 performances a week.
Okay.
And the schedule will be available through the Chamber of Commerce website. We
Okay.
do plan on having some Sunday matinees,
Okay.
so that could be an interesting option to get people to stay in town a little bit longer and maybe
Mm-hmm.
even spend an extra night.
Mm-hmm.
The dinner theater tickets will be 65 for an adult
Okay.
and 45 for a child under 12.
Okay.
And the show only tickets will be 38 for an adult, and I believe it's 25 for a kid under 12.
Okay.
And
And are you offering any group purchase discounts or anything like that for
not
people
right
that are
now,
bringing in
but
groups to
but
watch?
but but that's something that could be planned in the future.
Okay.
And the
Okay.
main thing we want to do, we know this is all coming together quickly and kind of late, and we'll probably be offering some free tickets for locals to come and experience the show early on so that everybody can kind of come to their own conclusion.
Understand.
What's the Young Americans and who are these kids and what's this show all about? Because if we want to recommend it to our tourists and to our friends and family, we want to make sure that it's worth recommending. So we'll be offering some of that to the locals to be able to get a taste of things early on in the process.
I love it. Love it. Well, this is exciting in so many ways. Just an entertainment, something new for all of us to attend, and something special for the region. Another excuse for people to come over and visit with us. So people can go to the Eureka Springs Chamber of Commerce
hmm
.com
hmm
to find out more. Are the tickets currently on sale, or do they go on
They
sale?
are. So we
Okay.
got a heads up from the Opera in the Ozarks director, and he recommended that we use Tix.com,
Okay.
Tix.com. And
Okay.
so that's going to be our ticket center. And so if somebody goes to that site, they'll be able to just search Young Americans and
Okay.
find all the shows, and then also through the chamber website. One other thing I want to add and make clear, because I've
Okay.
had some people ask this question.
Okay.
You know, so what's Young Americans? What's the politics of this organization? Well, the answer to the question is the Young Americans is not a political organization and it's not a religious organization. It's a performing arts college for music and dance. And so they don't want to be positioned in any political or even religious sector or group. They're about inspiring and training and teaching young people in music and dance. So if anybody has a question about that, that's the answer. And I think the show itself and the kids themselves will reinforce that position.
Yes. Well,
Yeah.
if there's anything that brings people together, it's music and dance.
Yes.
That brings people together. So this is exciting for us all to attend. And congratulations, Mike. I know this has been several months of you and your team and your committee working toward this. And congratulations. And we thank you for all of your hard work and for everybody else's contributions to making this happen. And so, if anybody wants to make a comment below, if you have questions or if you want to talk to Mike at the chamber, be sure and reach out to him. I'm sure you'd be happy to answer any
Absolutely.
questions.
Absolutely.
And if you have any comments after the broadcast or if you're watching the replay of this segment and you have a question, be sure and write your comment or question in the comment section below. And Mike, thanks for coming together with me today to share the good news.
Yeah, well, thank you for
Of
asking
Young
me.
Americans.
And
So,
we'll be glad to, what will be a lot more interesting than me is once the kids get here,
yes,
maybe we'll let their director, who's also involved in the show, get on the line with you and talk
would
about
love that.
that,
Love
and
that.
maybe even invite you over to the theater to see them rehearsing and stuff.
We would
Whatever. We
love to.
appreciate you helping get the word out.
We would love to be a part any way that we can help. So, thanks, Mike, for taking the time and
Okay.
get some rest.
All
You're on the end stretch. You're
All
you're
right.
on the
Thank
end
you.
of this. Thanks, Mike.
All right.
Bye
Bye
bye.
bye. Bye.
So, you guys help support the Young Americans and the big effort that has been put to put these young folks in our town and their families. And it sounds very exciting. And we do appreciate all of the hard work from all the individuals who helped make this happen. So, the Young Americans coming to town. In a theater near you. Especially, we are congratulating also Christy for her purchase of Center Stage, and we just look forward to all the excitement that's happening there. Thank you for watching Eureka Springs channel. We're only here to celebrate good people, good places, and good news, and we appreciate you watching us each and every week. If we would appreciate it if you would help us spread the good news about Eureka Springs by subscribing to our YouTube channel, liking our Facebook page, following us on Instagram. We appreciate you helping share all the good things that we have going on here in Eureka Springs. Thank you for watching us, and we'll see you again later this afternoon for another broadcast. We're just busy broadcasting today. We'll be speaking with the Holiday Island Chamber of Commerce today at 5 p.m., so be sure and join us again later today. Thank you for watching us.